Maya. Maya's here in Mesa, Arizona, and I am here in Peoria, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix, for those of you who don't know. Guptabla is here. Where are you tuning in from? Laura is here. And I think I saw Laura ask later, are we live? Yes, my dear, we are live. I hope you can see and hear me. Gary's here from Annapolis, Maryland. Wonderful. So I don't know if you got the memo, but I asked everyone to bring a stone. And if you don't have one, now would be a time to find a stone that's meaningful to you from hopefully a place that is meaningful to you. Stone I got from Limavady, Northern Ireland, from a very special place, which I'll tell you more about later. We won't do this just yet. We'll call in the directions first, and then we'll do a meditation journey into stone. Tree is here from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome, Tree. David is here from Washington State. Thank you so much, David. And Susan is here from Kalamazoo, Michigan. So with that, let's start. We're going to call in the directions, north, south, east, west, above, below, all around, and within, Celtic style, from the idea of the Celtic cross, and from Ireland, and the north being warrior spirit, the south being music, east being inspiration, west being wisdom. So we're going to bring all of those together, and I wrote a chant just for this concert to call in the directions. Excellent. Elaine is here, and Irish Mike is here as well. Let's call in the directions, shall we? Bring yourself to a good place, and go. Come, Celtic spirits of the north, bring your shields and bring your swords, protect the people and the earth. We welcome you and your warrior spirit. Come, Celtic spirits of the East, bring inspiration, joy, and peace. We call you in upon the wind. We welcome you and we breathe you in. Come, Celtic spirits of the South, sing your melodies into our mouths. We sing with passion and desire. We welcome you to our warm hearth's fire. Celtic spirits of the West, we welcome you upon our quest. We honor you and your wisdom waters. Hail, welcome from your sons and daughters. As above, so below, all around, so within. As above, so below, all around. We hear our hearts sound to the beat of a Celtic rhythm. We call you in, and I welcome you to call in any and all spirits, guides, teachers, ancestors, elements that you find helpful and true for you. Celtic spirits, we welcome 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 you. And now, I will invite you to bring a stone into your hands. And if you don't have a stone, that's all good. Use your mind's eye, for we are going to do a bit of a meditation or a journey into the ancient ones, the stones. I have a poem here called The Ancient Ones by a wonderful artist. So I'd like to invite you to bring your stone into your hand. And if you feel moved, close your eyes and journey within, for this is your time to set an intention, your time to go to far distant lands or further within your own soul. The ancient ones. Turn a rock in your hands. Test its weight. Feel the tone of its lichen-covered edge. Feeling times eons, times minutes, time that matters not. Stone. Separation that matters not to stone, not the separation by wind or rain or frost heavings from the bowels of the earth. For stone cast asunder is stone still. And stone broken by the tools of men into the form of art, into the images of the goddess, alive is stone yet. The chips cast aside are stone still, and every chip and flake and cemetery cross, every dolmen, every piled cairn of stones, still holds within it the ancient memory of the one great stone. Hold a stone. Feel within it the ancient memory and the warm knowing of the earth that lies bound in the cold forging of her rocks. Let every rock-scattered hillside become for you a spirit journey beyond the form of stone. Step out barefoot upon raw stone and take that journey, spiraling inward to the ancient voice of stone. And here it is that you will find a deep power beyond all strength, and a great wisdom beyond all knowing. Come away, come away, come away, oh human child. Come away, come away, come away, oh human child. Come away, come away. The world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in a lake, there lies a leafy island where hopping herons wait. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping, oh more than you can understand. Come away, come away, come away, oh human child. Come away, come away, come away. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim grey sands with light, far off by furthest Rosses, we footed all the night, weaving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and anxious in its sleep. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping, than you can understand. Come away, come away, come away, oh human child. Come away, come away, come away. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star. We seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears give them unquiet dreams, leaning softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping, than you can understand. Come away, come away, come away, oh human child. Come away, come away, come away. Away with the he's going, the solemn eyed. He'll no more hear the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hearth sing peace into his breast, or see the brown mice bob round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, yes he comes. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping, than you can understand. Come away, oh human child, come away. world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Turn a rock in your hands. Test its weight, feel the tone of its lichen-covered edge. Feel time's eons, time's minutes, time that matters not to stone. And we welcome you back if you've taken a journey. Stretch, move, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take some nice, long, deep, cleansing breaths and come back. Come back, human child. Come back. And welcome back. If you took a stone journey into the ancient ones, welcome, welcome. Let's see who's here. Bridget is asking, new song, Fairy Child, I love it. It is available somewhere. Good question, Bridget. That is a poem by William Butler Yeats, which I created into a song. So that's the first time I've ever performed it live. It's the world premiere, and I do plan to make it available to Patreon subscribers soon. And the poem, that's called The Ancient Ones, I promised I would, I don't know if I promised out loud, but I promised to myself to say to you that the author of The Ancient Ones is none other but a woman who's very close to me. I share her name, she shares mine. Her name is Celia Farran, and she is my mother. So my mother, Celia Farran, wrote the Ancient Ones poem. So who's here? Carrie is here. I felt the presence of the goddess Siv. I think that's how you say it, Siv, the wife of Finn McCool, who was actually an incredibly powerful woman, contrary to what stories portray her as. Fancy that. Thank you, Carrie. And Tina is tagging someone. Please tag your friends to invite them into this experience, and they can find it later or join us now. And of course, please share this out into Facebook and groups and copy the link if you're on YouTube, and so more people can join us on this journey together. Guptabla is saying, thank you so much, Celia, too. Awesome. So, speaking of my mother, and the ancient ones and the land. It was many, many years ago that I was on a trip to Ireland with my mother, Celia Farran, and we were on the Dingle Peninsula. And if you've ever been on the Dingle Peninsula, it's quite something. I decided to take a hike up on the cliff, while I decided to go down to the beach. And this was in the days before cell phones, where you could take a picture and then show someone where you were and what you saw. So she didn't show me, she told me about the sign that she saw. Because if you've ever been to the Celtic lands, Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, if you're like me, then you know there's this feeling that you have that comes from the that's within the land, and there's a great honoring of the land, and the land is often feminine or goddess-like in these traditions. Each time I left Ireland, I cried because I was so sad to leave what felt like truly a feeling of home. So she told me about the sign and took a picture, but with one of those things, you've heard of them, that's called a camera with, there's something, I think it's called film, that you then get developed, and you have to wait a couple weeks sometimes before you can actually see what you captured and make sure that you actually captured it, no fingers in front of the lenses. Well, There is a picture of this now, but she found a sign that was hand-painted in black and white. It was tacked up against one of those old rock fences, which are quite ubiquitous in Ireland. And the sign was asking passers-by and travelers through to honor the land. And I will now read to you what the sign said. You'll get it. It said, "Do not take dogs on this land, throw rocks down the cliff, leave the paths due to the rare plants, do not disturb A, the sheep, B, walls, fences, rocks, cliff, and C, do not disturb the goddess." Honest to goodness, that's what the sign says. But here's the best part. Underneath all of that, it says, offenders will be jinxed and or sacrificed. That sounds about right. This song has a part that you get to sing. Do you want to? Okay, good. It goes like this. Lighty-di-di-di-di. 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 Don't you say that's going to come around again. There's a lady who lives in the land. The moonlight, she calls for my hand. She is the part of my soul I lost long ago. And she calls for my hand from her bones in the land. Here we go. Lighty-di-di-di-di. 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 Are you singing out there? There's a lady that lives in the sea. Twilight, she calls out to me. She is the part of my soul that'll never grow old. And she calls out to me from the mist of the sea. Here we go. Lighty-di-di-di-di. 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 And the flames of the fire ignite my desire to find her. I am not feeling strong and the road is so long and uncharted. There's a lady who lives up above. In my darkest hour, she invites me to love. She is the part of my soul that just simply knows. And she calls me to love from the wings of a dove. La-di-da-di-da-da. 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 Are you singing out there? All right. Tell you what. We are going to play a little game of pretend. So wherever you are on this planet, I want you to pretend that you are being transported away to Ireland, to the northernmost part of Ireland into a grand Irish pub. That's right. Let's go to the pub together. And let's pretend we are an actual pub in Northern Ireland, or the north of Ireland, in Donegal. It is called Farran's Pub. And for those of you who don't know me yet, Farran is my last name. So, welcome to the family pub. This pub actually won Best Pub of Ireland in 2018. And I have this bucket list dream to go do a concert there and bring all of you with me and do a concert for the good people of Donegal at Farran's Pub, the northernmost pub in all of Ireland. Are you in? Do you want to go? When we can travel again, let's do it, shall we? So here we are in this pub together having a grand time, and we're having some good crack. Okay, so crack is different in Ireland than it is in the United States, or pretty much anywhere else. It's spelled C-R-A-I-C, and it's basically means, the definition is good times. Crack. But really, nothing ever prepares you for an Irishman to come up to you in a pub and say, "How's the crack?" That could have so many meanings. Well, tonight, on this day of St. Patrick's Day, the crack is high and we're having a grand time, and some of us are drunk. Oh, heck. All of us are drunk. And you can be drunk on whatever you choose. I realize there's folks who don't drink, and I completely respect that. So you could be drunk on wine or Guinness or whiskey, or you could be drunk on music or the awesomeness of the person next to you, or you could just be drunk on the vibe. In any case, let's all get drunk. And we're going to sing this song together as if we are rip, roaring, drunk. Are you ready? Lighty-di-di-di-di, 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 lighty-di-di-di-di. Again, lighty-di-di-di-di, lighty-di-di-di-di, lighty-di-di-di-di. Big finish now. Lighty-di-di-di-di. Not quite sure what just happened, but I think I was drinking alone. Well, I know one thing. I can't hear you because you're not here in the studio with me, but I know that we sound really, really good drunk. Lighty-di-di-di-di. Are you drunk yet? And really, actually, a serious question for you is, how's the crack? How's the crack? Let's see. Carrie's here saying, drunk on Bud Light. Julia's saying, amazing. Guptabla's saying, ha, nevermore, he, responding to someone else. Irish Mike is saying, when the Irish first came to the country, the signs on the door said, Irish need not apply. Oh, it's going to scroll away. The Irish never forgot this, and that's why on St. Patrick's Day, a day to celebrate Irish heritage in the U.S., we say everyone's Irish because everyone is welcome to celebrate. I love that. And Irish Mike is from Ireland. He is a native, and his name is appropriate, Irish Mike. So I am so happy to see you all here. Please tag friends and share so that more people can join in with us. And thank you so much for your donations. Some of you donated a week ago for this concert. Some of you are donating now. There's Venmo, there's PayPal, and there's a ticker tape along the bottom of all these different options of ways that you can donate. And then there's also some links that I think some of my friends are sharing in different groups. Though if you're not in that group, you might not see those links. If you're on YouTube, you see all of the chat, hopefully if it's working. And if you're in a group, you're only going to see the chats from that group. All right, thank you so much for all of your support. Well, now that we're drunk, oh, I've got some good tea here. It's just tea at this point, maybe after the show. So I'm noticing that I get a little washed out at times. So I'm going to just adjust the lights and see if I can fix that. Sorry about that. I hope you can still hear me good. Carrie's saying, woohoo, and Elaine is saying, wonderful crack. Julia's saying, I'm drunk on your voice, Celia. Excellent. That's because you're underage and you shouldn't be drinking anyway, darling. Not yet. Not yet. So let's chat a little bit together. If you're in the chat, answer this question for me. Have you been to Ireland? If you've been to Ireland, say, yes, I've been to Ireland. And then if you haven't been to Ireland, tap to us and let us know if you would like to go. And also let us know if you have been to Ireland, if you'd like to go again. So I've been several times, and traveling in Ireland is just really, really different than traveling in the United States. First of all, driving is very, very different. And if you've traveled to Ireland or any one of those Celtic nations where they drive on the wrong side of the car, on the wrong side of the road, on roads that have no business having more than one car, then you know what I'm talking about. So now, those of you who have been to Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland, let me know if you've actually driven there yourself, driven a car or driven a vehicle yourself. And now, let me know if, when you did, you by any chance drove a standard transmission. Okay, so I'm seeing, would love to go, I haven't been, but would love to visit, I have been and want to go again. Awesome, that sounds like pretty much the answers I thought I'd hear. So great. For those of you who have not yet been to Ireland, I'm going to give you a little bit of a story background of what it's like to drive in Ireland, and hopefully a little bit of advice along the way. So what happens is you fly over the pond. And if you're going to Ireland, you're going to get to probably Dublin, perhaps airport. And then you get to your car hire. You hire a car, you don't rent a car. And then you show them your driver's license and, pay, and they send you on your way, never asking you if you've ever driven on the wrong side of the car, on the wrong side of the road with a standard transmission. They don't ask, they just send you on your way. And then what happens is you get to your car, you open it up, and you go to the passenger side. If you're in the US, if you're a US or most of the rest of the world, you get to the passenger side, and there is a steering wheel in front of you. At your feet, a clutch and a brake, if you're driving standard, and on your left is the standard stick shift. Now, if you're like me and you're trying to save a little bit of money, you get the standard because it's less expensive. But it also comes with a cost, and that is the fingernail marks on the dashboard of the person who is in the passenger seat, which is really where a driver should be sitting if you have driven in the United States. So you get in your little car, you start learning the clutch, because even when you drive a standard transmission, any new standard transmission, it has its own feel to it, right? So now you're checking this out, and you're driving down a road on the wrong side of the road. And then cars are passing you like right here. And what's really weird is if there is a dog in the passenger seat, it looks like the dog is driving. No kidding. And then get to a roundabout. Oh my goodness, roundabouts go the other way than they do here. And of course, these streets are meant to be, some of them, 2-car lanes, but really only 1 car fits. And so if you do come upon another traveler from the other direction, somebody is backing up. And they have little buttons that actually bring the rear view mirrors in so that you can take advantage of those extra inches, which you will need, because sometimes it's a matter of inches, centimeters, or millimeters, or one of you is going to go off the cliff. So, traveling in Ireland is different than traveling in the United States, just logistically, but also energetically. Here in the States, we love things fast, right? We want our food fast, we want our technology fast, we want our interactions fast, but the Irish people know that it's really more about creating time and space in your day, magical experience, and an adventure, so that you will have the best story to tell in the pub that night. That's what it's all about. So in the United States, it's all about the shortest distance between 2 points is a line. And in Ireland, it's more about the magic of the circle, rambling round. And circles are magic. If you think about it, a circle has no beginning and no end. And a circle holds in one world and out other. And every point on the circle is equidistant from the center of the circle, making it betwixt and between every point on the circle. So it's neither here nor there. It's betwixt and between here and there, and that is where all the magic happens, betwixt, between. So, keep this in mind when you are traveling in Ireland, especially at that critical moment when you are asking for directions. Because the Irish people know that we are stuck up in our heads and very focused on getting places. And they love to play. And you won't even know that you've been played until, 3 hours later, when you're talking to the same little man, asking the same little man for the same directions in the same town. And he's done it with a smile. But really, you can't even be upset, because the truth is you will have had an adventure. And you will have a story to tell in the pub that night and for the rest of your days. So here's a little song that explains just how frustrating it can be if you do not drop from the head down into the heart and to the magic of the circle when traveling. The song is called The Train That Goes Tomorrow, and it's about trying to get to a town in Ireland called Morrow. The train that goes tomorrow. I started on a journey about a year ago to a little town called Morrow in the county Mayo. Well, I've never been much of a traveler, so I really didn't know that Morrow was the hardest place I'd ever tried to go. So I went down to the station for my tickets and applied for tips regarding Morrow, not expecting be guide. Said I, my friend, I'd like to go tomorrow and return no later than tomorrow, for I haven't time to burn. Says he to me, now let me see if I have heard you right. You'd like to go tomorrow and return tomorrow night. You should have gone tomorrow yesterday and back today, for the train that goes tomorrow is a mile upon its way. The train that goes tomorrow yesterday, now don't you see? You could have gone tomorrow and returned today at 3, for the train today tomorrow, if the schedule is right. Today it goes tomorrow and returns tomorrow night. Says I, my friend, it seems to me you're tucking through your hat. There is a town called Morrow on the line. Tell me that. Oh, there is, said he, but take from me a quiet little tip, for the train that goes tomorrow is a 14-hour trip. The train today tomorrow leaves today at 8:35. At 10:30 tomorrow is the time it should arrive. So if from here tomorrow is a 14-hour jump, can you go today, tomorrow, and get back today, you chump? I was so disappointed, I was mad enough to swear. The train had gone tomorrow and it left me standing there. That man was right in telling me that I was a howling jay. The train had gone tomorrow, so I guess in town I'll stay. The train tomorrow and traveling in Ireland. Yes, indeed. How's everyone doing out there? Yes, indeed. Rachel is here saying, true story, where I said, how do we get to... it scrolled away. I'm so sorry. Excellent. Well, we're moving right along, and I'm going to play Thelma, my drum. Some of you have seen me play before. Farran. It's spelled Bodhran. It is an Irish drum. It's made out of goat skin, so I can get lots of different tones out of it. And I'd like to sing a little song for you called Little Broken Wing. Take it away, Thelma. I found a little bird outside of Tommy Makeham's pub, saved on the tires of a yellow taxi cab. To leave a hurting creature sure must be a sin. I always was a sucker for a little broken wing, and it's hi diddle dee. I named him a little Tommy, and it's hi diddle day. What would the neighbors say? For I am no bird. I can sing, but I can't fly. But I promised little Tommy I would try. So I tried. I took that little bird everywhere I would go. Into the subways on my way home. His nest was a basket filled with daisies. The passengers were startled to hear the flowers sing. And it's hi diddle dee. I named him little Tommy, and it's hi diddle day. What would the neighbors say? For I am no bird. I can sing, but I can't fly. But I promised little Tommy I would try. So I tried, and his feathers grew out and his wings grew strong. I played him Tommy Make'em, little Tommy sing along. And for that little bird my heart stayed true. But I am no bird, there's only so much I could do. I've never been the mother to any living thing, but I've always been a sucker for a little broken wing. The tears rolled down my cheeks as I stood there on the bay. I watched that daisy basket as it drifted away. And it's hi diddle dee, farewell to little Tommy, and it's hi diddle day. I tried in every way, but I am no bird. I can sing, but I can't fly. It's goodbye to little Tommy, it's goodbye. Well, at least I tried. saved him from the tires of a yellow taxi cab. Leave a hurting creature, sure must be a sin. I always was a sucker for a little broken wing. Yay, Thelma. She takes a bow. Thelma was singing tonight. So yeah, now I'm going to introduce you to the band. That was Thelma, she's my drum. My guitar is Louise. So we have Thelma and Louise. Yeah, that just turned out that way, pretty fun. So at my feet is the looper. Her name is Cindy. Cindy Looper, yes, you got that right. And off to my right is the Bose Tower. We're not using him tonight because we're going directly into the speakers, and I've got earbuds in so that I can hear it when it loops. And off to my left is the iPad, and we just simply call him Mac. That's the band today. Let's see who's Goop Tabla is saying, Thelma, yay. A Facebook user is saying, wonderful. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't give me a name. So there is a link that some folks have been sharing where you can go into the chat for Restream and get yourself signed up so I can actually see your name. Anna is saying, Celia, you're so badass. I take no credit. That's all Thelma. That is all Thelma. Thank you all so much for your donations. It makes the biggest difference in the world for my life because I cannot tour right now. So I really appreciate it when you put some money in my tip jar, and there's all kinds of ways to do that. You can even download music as your form of donation, so you get even more. And right now, all my songs and all my albums on Bandcamp are Name Your Own Price. So I like to make it really easy for you to get access to lots of music, and there is lots of music. And signing up for Patreon is also a really wonderful way to donate, and you get tons of music on Patreon. I think I have over 150 recordings, and that's a subscription, and that's $10 a month, and I add a new song every week because I write and record a new song every week. I always wanted to be prolific, and I think I'm well on my way. Awesome, awesome. Facebook user is saying, came in late, love you and your drum. Thank you. I'm sorry it's not telling me your name. I wish it was, and I wish I could tell you who that was. So thank you for that. Okay. It's time to move on to a wonderful song with a great story. Okay, let me get things set up for this. I mentioned earlier the rock that I chose for this particular meditation that we did earlier for the Ancient Ones, written by Celia Farran, my mother. And now I'm going to get things ready for this next song and tell you the story of this stone. This, if you missed it earlier, this is the stone question. Let me give you a closer look at it. This is the stone. And this stone I brought home from Limavady, Northern Ireland. And stone was taken from the site where Manannan MacLear, the Celtic sea god statue, was meant to be, although he wasn't there at the time because he had been stolen. This beautiful statue created by Darren Sutton, wonderful. You may have seen some of his work on a show called Game of Thrones and other films, as well as scattered across the countryside in Ireland. This statue that he'd created was stolen, which is just really sad when art is defaced, stolen. And let me see here, get this here. There we go. Now it's moody. Not only was it stolen, but it was replaced with a cross that had the words on it that said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And Selena Fox, who's a wonderful priestess and community leader, called me up and said, "Are you feeling bardic?" Because I am known in the based communities and goddess communities and pagan communities as an artist really all for religious freedom, no matter what that religion may be, based on me writing a song called Symbol. You can go look that up. She said, "Are you feeling bardic?" She told me the story At that time, I didn't know who Manannán Mac Lir was. He is a Celtic sea god. He's powerful. He can conjure mist and then disappear himself and reappear himself somewhere else. He can change the weather. He has this boat called the Wave Sweeper. Very cool. I want this boat. Because all he has to do is think and envision about where he wants to go, gets in his boat, and the boat takes him there. That was like prehistoric driving cars, right? I want that boat. I want that car. That would be so amazing. I'm traveling a lot these days. However, that would have really been nice when I was touring all those many, many, many years. So Manannán Mac Lir is quite highly respected and a beautiful Celtic sea god. So this was, of course, a crime, vandalism crime, but also a religious crime. And so I did write this song, and I've made it a free song. You can look it up on YouTube, and I'll always have it free because I am such an advocate for religious faith being free. And I believe there's as many faiths as there are minds, as there are souls, as there are beings. And we tend to want to put people in boxes and categorize them so that we can feel safe and separate. And my feeling is allow people to be who they are, and allow them to unfold in the magnificence of all of their needs, wants, desires, and beliefs. So you'll hear that lyrically within this song. And now I'd like to prepare the looper so that I can live loop this song. It's the song that was playing right before I came on live, if you heard that pre-show music. Facebook user is replying and maybe tagging Selena. You're all talking amongst yourselves. I love that. That's awesome. I love it when you connect and meet new friends and make new connections and reconnect old connections. I just love that. All right. It's called Song for Manannán. God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannán, Manannán Mac Lir. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, oh Manannán, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannán, Manannán Mac Lir. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, I say believe what you want to believe, whether that would be one god, a pantheon, or winged fairies. Faith is your own sacred song. Live and let live, do as thou will, and harm none. Oh Manannán, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannán, Manannán Mac Lir. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, I seek as you desire, whether that be book or candle, a vision, earth, air, water, or fire. Be kind, compassionate friend. Do unto the other as the other would have you do unto them. Oh Manannán, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannán, Manannán Mac Lir. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, Spirit of Mac Lir, conjure of the sea, Vanish from your category. Turn to your shell. Magical swimmer, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you. Sadder still to see this unerrant shore. Oh, spirit of McLear, conjure of the seas. Vanish from your category. Turn to your shell. Magical wave sweeper, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you. Sadder still to see this unerrant shore. Oh, spirit of McLear, conjure of the mist. Vanish from your category. Turn to your shell. Magical wave sweeper, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you. Sadder still to see this unerrant shore. Oh, spirit of McLear, conjure cloak of mist. Vanish from your category. To your shell. Magical wave sweeper, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you. Sadder still to see unerrant shore. Oh, spirit of McLear, conjure cloak of mist. Vanish from your category. Turn to a shell. Magical wave sweeper, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you. Unerrant shore. The tale of Manannan MacLear, the Celtic sea god. Oh, Tiny Venturing is here. Hi, Charles. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Julia said yes, and I saw scrolled. Yeah, I am sorry. This is the time to chat to me because now I can see them. So if you want to let me know what's going on, you have something really particular you want to tell to me, please do that. And if you know me personally, text me and I'll check my texts every once and again. If there's something important. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Next, we are going to do some blessings. So I reached out on Facebook and other social media and asked anyone if they had favorite Irish blessings. So let me get those ready. And I gathered all of them, and we are going to do this really fun thing for prosperity and wellness and health. So I have over here, hey, Laurie's here. Hi, Laurie. I love you so much. I'm glad you're here. So check this out. It's my little wee fairy garden for the show. Over here on this side, we have a little cauldron or a little pot of. And then we have a little house because we're going to do a house blessing. And then we have, oh, our house is fallen over. Definitely going to need a blessing for that. And then we have a little fairy in the center that is holding water, some sacred water from different Bridget's wells all across Ireland. And she's also got water from the well, Chalice Well in Glastonbury. All right. So what we're going to do is, for each blessing, we'll take a penny, which is symbolistic. Not a word. I don't know why I said that. It's symbolic of gold. So we're going to take our penny and dip it in the water and then place it in the sand of time. So let's start. Let's start with one that was offered by Justina and several others. That's probably the most common Irish blessing that I've heard, and it is, may the roads rise up to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may the gods hold you in the palm of their hand. Blessing. All right, David has shared this one. It's a Scottish blessing. Elements. I love this, and I think there's a song I think that I've heard, or I could create a song for this. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the spirit of peace to you. Sending this out to you and all of your loved ones. Stacy has this one. May joy and peace surround you. Contentment latch your door, and happiness be with you now and forevermore. I love that. All right. Moving right along. Willow has offered this. May the sun always shine on your back. May the moon always light your path. May the stars always guide your way, and may you be blessed another day. Thank you. Jeannie, may the road rise and fall as your breath, sweet and fair as you may want. Blessings. Yes, okay. This one is from Dan. This is rather cool. He said it's from his grandfather, a saying that his grandfather used to say. And his grandfather was born in 1886, and his name was Mr. Jesse Lubert Etheridge, known as Captain Jet. He was an old shipwright and a boat builder, and he would say, I love this, may the green that catches your eye and the green that grows beneath your feet never be taken from you by the green in your hand. That's cool. This one's contributed by my mother, Celia Farran. She says, may you enjoy the shade of 100-year-old tree, the seed of which you will plant tomorrow. Nice. And then she made this. May the white door on the slopes of Ben Bulben open you to the magic of the fairy realm. And she said, there is indeed a white door there for those who can see it, or so she is told. All right. John has, you live as long as you want, and want to, as long as you live. This one is from Purple Jewels on Instagram. As you slide down the banister of life, may the splinters never point in the wrong direction. Nice. I don't know who shared this next one, but it is, may love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. Blessing with the sacred water of Bridget's Wells from across Ireland. We'll be talking about Bridget soon. Katrina, this is one of my favorite ones as well. She said, be a half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. This one's from Vicky. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. And that is, she's crediting to John Donahue. Yes, we have many blessings. Kathleen, may your troubles be less and blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. Excellent blessings. And so, these are our blessings. And feel free to share your blessings in the chat for yourselves and for each other. And now, I'd like to move on to the home blessing, which is also a Bridget blessing. So, a little story here. I was traveling in Ireland and found a town called Drum, and it was the sort of situation, rambling around, not trying to have plans or a destination, just driving around. Any time that I would see a sign that said Bridget's Well, because there's these signs, wooden signs with arrows pointing, you just drive that way. So I would drive to see Bridget's Wells and found one in Drum, Ireland at St. Bridget's Church, where there's a Bridget's Well and a plaque right there on the wall of the well, which has a home blessing. And what I did is I read it, and immediately a melody came, and so I wrote this piece. It's fully produced and arranged. I did it for the Imbolc concert on February 2nd. So you can go back and look at that. There's replays on YouTube, on my YouTube page, CeliaOnline.com, CeliaOnline.com. So all of the concerts that I've done so far this year are there, and of course there are upcoming concerts as well. But for tonight, I'm just going to do a simple version, a cappella, to bless houses and homes. So if you have a house or a home, or even if you don't, and you would like to take this as a blessing into your heart, the home of your heart, please take this to heart. Just preparing for the next song. Before I sing it, I'll just tell you a little bit more about Bridget. Bridget, the original goddess, she's just really, really powerful. She's associated with fire as well as with water. Her name means the eternal one. And she's also associated as a sun goddess because of the fire element. Now, if you go and travel around Ireland, you will go to Bridget's Wells and you will see people leaving behind pictures of their loved ones, notes, rosaries, and crutches behind for those who have been healed, because the waters are known to be healing. There are prayer flags tied on trees as a devotion to Bridget and thanking her for all that she does. She's known for so many different things. I won't get too far into it. So I'll do this Bridget home blessing, which will be recorded soon and shared with Patreon subscribers. And then I will do a Bridget song, which I'm going to need to erase the piece from Mananan. Sorry. So that I can do this next one. All right. May Bridget bless your home. May Bridget bless the house wherein you dwell. Bless every fireside, every wall. Lord, bless every heart that beneath its roof, and every tongue and mind forevermore. Bless every hand that toils to bring joy, and every foot that walks its portal through. This is my wish today, my constant prayer. May Bridget bless the house that shelters you. May Bridget bless the house that shelters you. Goddess Bridget, peace, weaver, healer, poet, queen, melt the snow and bring the spring. Saint Bridget, gold bender, keeper of the flame, blessed Imbolc, we sing your name. We sing your name, 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 we sing your name. Goddess Bridget, keeper of the flame. Goddess Bridget, peace, weaver, healer, poet, queen, melt the snow and bring the spring. Saint Bridget, gold bender, keeper of the flame, blessed Imbolc, we sing your name. We sing your name, 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 we sing your name. Goddess Bridget, keeper of the flame. Goddess Bridget, peace, weaver, healer, poet, queen, melt the snow and bring the spring. Saint Bridget, gold bender, keeper of the flame, blessed Imbolc, we sing your name. We sing your name, 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 we sing your name. sing your name. Bridget, so beautiful, Bridget, so powerful. People of all paths will gather round to sing your name. Goddess Bridget, peace weaver, healer, poet's queen, melt the snow and bring the spring. Saint Bridget, gold bender, keeper of the flame. Blessed immortal, we sing your name. 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 Goddess Bridget, keeper of the flame. 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 Goddess Bridget, Goddess Bridget, Bridget, so beautiful, Bridget, so Goddess, love all paths will gather round to sing your name. Goddess Bridget, so Bridget, so powerful. Goddess Bridget, love all paths will gather round to sing your name. Goddess Bridget, so beautiful, Bridget, so powerful. People of all paths will gather round to sing your name. People of all paths will gather round to sing your name. Goddess Bridget and Bridget blessings. Bridget blessings. How is everyone doing out there? Awesome. Anna is sharing a link to Bandcamp. Thank you. Yes, you are right. All the albums are currently now Name Your Price on Bandcamp, including I have an Irish songs compilation. So go and grab that and name your own price. I have so much music and I want you to have it. I want you to experience it if you so desire. So, we're moving right along, and I'd like to see if you've heard of Mrs. Murphy. Have you heard of Mrs. Murphy? Mrs. Murphy, when asked, Mrs. Murphy, do you believe in fairies? She says, no, but they're there. Mrs. Murphy, she's asked, Mrs. Murphy, do you know who that young lad is? That small child, it's like he's got ADD and he's always bouncing off the wall. She says, yes, that would be Mr. Rick O'Shea. And my favorite, Mrs. Murphy always makes a 239 bean soup. That's right, 239. She counts them. When asked, Mrs. Murphy, why do you always make a 239 bean soup? She replies, well, one more bean would be 240. It's so weird, jokes to a screen. So I don't know what's happening out there. Am I getting crickets? Or are you laughing? Getting the song ready. So Obviously, most of you have probably heard of Murphy's Law, and maybe even experienced it a few times in your life, perhaps even daily. And though, if you have heard of The Life of Riley, because I started singing this song out, meaning out, playing it out, well, when I was playing out, and people didn't know about The Life of Riley, which is a lyric in this song. So for those who are unfamiliar, I will explain it to you. The life of Riley is the good life. The life of Riley is like easy times, relaxing, taking it easy. So you've got Murphy's Law, you've got The Life of Riley, and when I wrote this song, I was in Newfoundland, Canada, which is about as Ireland is, very Celtic in its tradition and heritage and origins. And I'm in a singer-songwriter group, and every week, I think about in the group, every week we write a song based on a prompt, and that week the prompt was to put a phrase or a line in the song that was from a different language. So as I was sitting out on the beach, enjoying the sea and the seagulls and the green grass and the pristine energy of the wonderful Newfoundland right there on the ocean, a phrase came to me, which is an Irish phrase. Some of you may know what it means, and if you do, you might chuckle a little bit. But the phrase is Pog Mahon. And for those of you who that is a completely new phrase, what it means, translation is kiss me arse. I won't be swearing in English in this song, though there is an F-bomb if you would like to read that into it. It will be very clear. It's actually the very first word. You know what's going to happen here? My batteries on my guitar are going dead. So, I have batteries that are over there somewhere. So let me get this prepared, and then I'm going to go get battery. I was all ready to do this song, but now during this concert, Louise has decided that she doesn't want to play until she has juice, and I respect that. I respect that. I wish that would have happened before I started the story. Timing. Where's my guitar tech? I would love to have a guitar tech and an everything tech, right? This is going to be a little more challenging than I thought. Okay, goody, goody, goody gumdrops. There's one. Where's the other one? So while we're doing this, thank you for your donations. I just saw another donation come through on my text through Venmo. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me just check this out so I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to ask you to chat amongst yourselves while I play the Manannan McLear song for you, which is the recorded version, which is also one of the free songs on Bandcamp, on the Irish Songs compilation. So please bear with me while I go and get some batteries for this, and let's see if this will actually play for me. God. So sorry, that was probably very, very loud. It was in my ears. All right, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'll give you a little slideshow here. Batteries.
So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still
Intermission.
to see this hate and fear. Oh, I say believe what you want to believe, whether that would be one god, a pantheon, or winged fairies. Faith, your own soul. Live and let live, do as thou will, and harm none. Oh Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan McLear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, I say seek as you desire, whether that be book or vision, earth, air, water, or fire. Be kind compassionate friend. Do unto the other as the other you do unto them. O Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the thou shalt have no false gods before me. O Manannan, Manannan, me clear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, Spirit of God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the
I just saw Selena Fox is out there. This song that's playing, you inspired this song. I think that's so cool. Now, testing.
Spirit of McMahon, God of the sea, Spanish and turn to your ship, magical waves with her.
Did y'all have a nice break there? It's so funny as I was turning around things and getting things out so I could find the batteries. I'm thinking, I just introduced a song called Murphy's Law. No, actually, it's called F. Murphy's Law. And as I mentioned before, the first letter is, or could be construed as one of those words. F. Murphy's Law. I want the life of Riley. Pot of gold, pint of Guinness, and a stand. Murphy can poke him home. I gotta do it my way. I'm hanging out with Riley for a while. Well, some of you know that several years back, maybe 4 or 5 years now, I was in a dicey situation and I had to disappear myself and get out there on the road, and I gave up home and the road became my home, and that's what this next verse is all about. Well, Murphy and his blasted law ripped through my world like a chainsaw. So I left my home, I hit the road alone, left that dirty, rotten scoundrel far behind. F. Murphy's Law. I want the life of Riley. Pot of gold, pint of ice cream, and a smile. Murphy can poke Mahone. I gotta do it my way. I'm hanging out with Riley for a while. And this next verse is about creating your own luck. Well, it's not always easy, but it's always grand once you choose to set your soul free. They say the luck of the Irish, but you must understand it takes courage to follow your dreams. F. Murphy's Law. I want the life of Riley. Pot of gold, pint of Guinness, and a smile. Murphy can poke me home. I always do it my way. I'm hanging out with Riley for a while. Riley is simple and sweet, knows what I need. Passionate heart with good intentions. Friends, green grass, good times, and bare feet by the sea. And did I mention F. Murphy's Law? I want the life of Riley. Pot of gold, pint of ice cream, and a smile. Murphy can poke 'em on. I always do it my way. I'm hanging out with Riley for a while. F. Murphy's Law. I want the life of Riley. Pot of gold, pint of Guinness, and a smile. Murphy can poke Mahone. I always do it my way. I'm hanging out with Riley. I'm hanging out with Riley. I'm hanging out with Riley. Indefinitely. For a while. We got the guitar working. We went from Murphy to Riley. And I'd like to introduce you to Riley. I've got a friend that I brought back from Newfoundland. And every day he decides to be he or she Riley's a he today. And I'd like you to meet him. Riley is an instrument, and this is an instrument that is known very well in Newfoundland, and I didn't know about it until I went, and the truth is, nobody knows how to play it. Nobody could show me how to play it. So give me a second here so I can get this ready so that I can introduce you to Riley, and not only that, we can play Riley, or at least try to figure it out. Meet Riley. This is an instrument from Newfoundland. It's called an ugly stick. It's got a boot on the bottom. It says Newfoundland. I don't know if you can see that. Oops, wrong way, wrong way. Hit the ceiling. It says Newfoundland, and then it's got a can on the top. And I don't know if I can do this. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. There's many different devices doing many different things that you actually can't see where you're at. But I'm trying to make it all work out here. So I'm going to do a song that I wrote after I came back from Newfoundland, which is a very, very, very Celtic-influenced land. And the song is called the Ugly Stick Song, because nobody knows how to play it, and I'm going to try to figure it out. And here we go. It's an, wait. I got it. Manannan's still playing in the background. Can you hear that? I was like, what am I hearing? Me. All right, here we go. It's an ugly stick from a beautiful land. Nobody knows how to play it. I don't know. An ugly stick from a beautiful land. Nobody told me how to play it. They just shoved this thing into my hands. It's a puzzle and I gotta figure it out. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, figure it out. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, figure it out. Oh, groom da day, groom da day, groom da day, yakataka ugly, groom da day, groom da day, groom da day, yakataka ugly. It's an ugly stick from a beautiful place. Nobody knows how to play it. It's got a boot for a bottom and a can for a face. It's a puzzle and I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, figure it out. Oh. It's an instrument from a far distant shore. Nobody knows how to play it, but it comes from a land that I adore. It's a puzzle and I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, jig along, figure it out. Gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, jig along, spig along, pig along, rig along, figure it out. Oh, grum da 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 dum da day, grum da da dum da day, grum da da dum da day, yakataka ugly, grum da da dum da day, grum da da dum da day, grum da da dum da day, yakataka ugly. Stick. Who in the world ever thought of it? There's got to be some reason and there's got to be some trick. It's a puzzle and I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, jig along, figure it out. Gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. I gotta dig along, jig along, swig along, dig along, rig along, figure it out. Day, grundaka tunday day, grundaka tunday day, agataka ugly, grundaka tunday day, grundaka tunday day, grundaka tunday day, agataka ugly, grundaka tunday day, grundaka tunday day, grundaka tunday day, agataka ugly. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know. Thank you, Riley, for joining me and giving me some fun times there. Riley the ugly stick. Excellent, excellent. Okay. And moving right along to something completely different. This next song is about Selkies. If you know the stories of Selkies, I think you'll enjoy this song. It's called My Selkie Soul. And making sure the guitar still works. Well, it works, but we're going to tune it. And while I'm tuning it, I'll tell you the story. Selkies are part human and part seal. And by land, if they shed their seal skin, they can walk like humans and look just like humans. But if they put their sealskin on, they can swim out into the sea, sort of a different version of the mermaid. But Selkies can be male, female. And this is the story of a fisherman who was on the coast of Ireland fishing. He was in his boat, and there was a storm coming up, the kind of storm that takes you by surprise. It was the kind of storm where he was starting to say his prayers and say goodbye to his life on this planet. That was the last thing he heard. The next thing he knew, he was on the shore, in the sand. To his left, there was a sealskin. To his right, there was a beautiful woman. He had been saved by a Selkie, and they fell in love. And he courted her, and they had the most beautiful, sweet times. And when she felt the need, she'd put her sealskin back on and swim out to the ocean, but she always returned. The time came where he proposed, and they were wed. And that's when things changed. It was that day that he found her sealskin, and he hid it away from her. She accepted this as her fate, for she did love him truly. They had 2 children together, and each time a child was born, it was born with a sealskin. And each time, the fisherman took the sealskin and hid it away. Now, when the children were about 3 and 5 years old, their mother was spending a lot of time staring out at the sea, and one day they were playing in the attic, and they found 3 sealskins. And they were so excited, and they went to their mother. They said, "Mother, mother, mother, what are these?" She looked at these sealskins. She looked at her children. She looked out at the sea, and she said, "Children, come with me." And they put on the sealskins and they swam out into the ocean, and I would like to think that they would have returned if the fishermen had seen who they truly were and allowed them their freedom. But they did not return, and now it was his turn to stare blankly at the sea. For if we love someone, we must allow them to be exactly who they are and set them free for their own journey. This song is called My Selkie Soul. I've known lovers and still felt alone till your skin touched my skin and caressed my liquid soul. But it's dry here and the waves call me home. Hold me close, then let me go, and soon you'll come to know you will always get the best of me. My Selkie soul yearns for the water, my Selkie soul yearns for the sea. It's true that you love me, you will set my Selkie soul free. And I promise I will return once my heart's soaked up all of the sea. And if it's true that you love me, you won't take my pelt from me. Please don't take my pelt from me. I belong to nothing and no one, not even the sea. I belong to Great Spirit, and it has not been easy for me to love you and have to leave. Hold me close, then set me free, and soon you'll come to see. You will always get the best of me. My Selkie soul yearns for the water, my Selkie soul yearns for the sea. And if it's true that you love me, you will set my Selkie soul free. And I promise I will return once my heart's soaked up all of the sea. And if it's true Soul. That song is only available on Patreon. No, that's not true. It's actually on one of the Goddess Songs compilations. If you go to Bandcamp, it's either on the Goddess Songs compilations 1 or the Goddess Songs compilation 2, I'm not sure. And that's all name your price. But Patreon also has the Selkie Soul song. Has lots and lots of so many songs that I guarantee you have not heard, because I've been writing one song a week for a long time. Linda is clapping. Bridget is saying such a beautiful song. Niall is here. Hi, Niall, and he's saying beautiful. Somebody's saying, wow, Celia, love that. Awesome. Do you know what we need more of? I know some of you know the answer. We need more men in kilts. Now, I wrote this song, and it's called We Need More Men in Kilts. I wrote it, oh boy, way long before this new series that Sam and Graham put out on Stars, the Men in Kilts series. I wrote it, I don't know, 5, 10 years ago. I don't even know anymore. Niall is saying, men in kilts. He's got the answer. That's right. So this song has a part that you don't need to. I think you need to, but you get to do whatever you want to do. I would love if you'd participate. I say, we need more men in kilts, and you, all the men and the women, are going to do all the parts. Go, huh, your deepest, darkest, huh. We need more men in kilts, huh. You got to do that arm part too. They're positively the best. Woo! Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress, and then you clap. We need more men in kilts, huh. The women know it's true. Woo! So raise your pleats above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm talking about the energy of the diner scene from When Harry Met Sally. So it's like, yes, yes, yes. You know what I'm talking about. And we'll raise a pint to you, and then you raise your glass in the air. So you're just going to catch on as it goes. We're going to jump right in, because we need more men in kilts. Need more men in kilts. They're positively the best. Woo! Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress. We need more men in kilts. The women know it's true. So raise your pleats above their knee. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll raise a pint to you. Woo! All right. You are now ready for this song. Well, I don't know if you're ready for this song, but you're as ready as you'll ever be. Here's the story. A fair-haired young lass with a radiant smile was looking to find a mate. She asked her notorious auntie for advice upon her fate. Her auntie said, whether canvas, wool, or leather, paisley, tan, or plaid, of all the men, the kilted men were the best I ever had. 2, 3, 4, we need more men in kilts. They're positively the best. Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress. We need more men in kilts. The women know it's true. So raise your pleats above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll raise a pint to you. You still with me out there? Woo! A handsome young man with a heart full of gold was looking to find a wife. He asked his notorious uncle for a wee bit of advice. His uncle said, look her in the eye, me lad, and take her lily white hand, oh. Get on your knee, a kilted knee, and be sure to go commando. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need more men in kilts. They're positively the best. Woo! Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress. We need more men in kilts. The women know it's true. So raise your pleats above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll raise a pint to you. Woo! Okay, my favorite verse. A bare-chested, kilted young man with a six-pack was the talk of the town cafe. Two elderly ladies came in after... That's a handful. Two elderly ladies came in after church. One to the other did say, that simply isn't proper. She said it with a scoff. He said, if me kilt offends you, ma'am, I'd be glad to take it off. 2, 3, 4. We need more men in kilts. They're positively the best. Woo! Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress. We need more men in kilts. The women know it's true. So raise your plates above the knee. Yes, 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 and we'll raise a pint to you. Woo! Don't be boring, wear a sporran. Women love a uniform. And don't forget your belt and skin do. And if you wear it properly and provide us with a playful peek and flash, some leg will raise a keg to you. 1, 2, 3, all hands on deck are ready for a kilt check. Need more men in kilts. They're positively the best. Only the misguided would mistakenly call it a dress. We need more men in kilts. The women know it's true. So raise your plates above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. So raise your plates above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. So raise your plates above the knee. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll raise a pint to you. Kilt check. I see all your woohoos and yes, yes, yeses. I love it. Awesome. Yes, we need more men in kilts. I want to sell that song to that series. I would love to hear that as part of the series. Wouldn't that be that would be the bomb. I think that would be so cool. So if you know somebody who's involved in that, please, please connect me. All right. Well, we are coming to a close. I would like to do my little shameless CD plug that some of you have seen me do before, and then we'll end with a song in closing, and we will release the directions very quickly and then end with Merry Meet and Merry Part. So the shameless CD plug, thank you so much, by the way, for all of your donations. It's all the world to me. I love what I do, and I love being able to continue doing it, and you are the ones that are making that possible. Now, for some reason, it's not in your financial cards to be donating this evening. You are more than welcome to be taking in these concerts. Please, all I ask is tag friends, share, and my new tagline is, don't you hoard me. Don't you hoard me. Share me with your friends, because maybe one of your friends will be able to donate or help me out further down the line. It's all about paying it forward and paying it backward and just honoring. So thank you for all the donations, and for those who aren't able to donate, thanks for sharing me. Now, there's a little information about the CD music world that a lot of people are not privy to. So streaming has become the new way of being, right? So streaming is great if you get enough streams, and by enough, I mean a lot, a very, very lot of streams. So here's the math. You would have to listen to one of my songs over 2,700 times for that to equal $10 in my pocket. That's a lot of listening. So I'm not saying don't stream. I'm saying stream the living snot out of it. Make playlists for your pets so that while you are away running errands, it's playing. Make playlists at night and put it on volume no, and just allow it to play over and over and over again. And if each and every one of you did that with your favorite artists, it might start adding up. So please, please stream, and also buy the music and donate to the artist. Go to the Venmos, go to the PayPals. I've got lots of different ways that you can donate. If you're old school, you can send me a check. You can get on my Patreon page where I release a song every week. There's over 150 songs there waiting for you. I love my Patreon subscribers. You, my Patreon subscribers, are the ones who have kept me going during this very challenging time where my way of making a living as an artist, which was already hard, got even harder. Thank you for participating in these shows, and there's a whole season. So the next show is April 1st. We'll do a whole comedy show with things like the Trestlefoot Fairy, the Coffee Song, I'm a Pixie Pirate. We'll do We Need More Men in Kilts again, of course. So there's lots and lots of funny stuff that I also do, and that will be a whole show of play from your sorceress of shenanigans, which is a name that my friend Goop Tabla gave to me a while back. So please download music, stream the snot out of it. Now, that's actually not the Shameless CD plug, that's just information. The Shameless CD plug, I use the looper. We use Cindy the looper for this, and it's based on the sound that you hear when you walk into a casino. Have you ever walked into a casino and heard all of those mesmerizing bells and whistles and sounds all going at the same time? I think they put a subliminal message in there. I really do. But I'm a Midwest farm girl and very earnest, and I shoot from the hip. So I thought I'd use their idea, but I'd make my message completely overt. And it goes like this. I'm going to use Cindy the looper here to demonstrate it for you. So I would like for you to buy a CD, 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 buy all the CDs, buy all the CDs, buy all the CDs, buy all the CDs. So you don't mind if I just keep that running after the show? So you don't mind if I just
Oh, it's still looping!
So you don't mind if I just keep that running after the show? So you don't mind if I just keep that running after the show? So you don't mind if I just keep
My Shameless CD plug!
That was funny. That cracked me up. There are so many things that can go wrong when you're looping. It's so complicated. You just got to see one of them. But that was, I thought it was funny. That made my night. So thank you so much for all your donations and for buying the music. And sometimes people want physical CDs, and just contact me. I'm very, very reachable. Please don't be like, oh, I couldn't possibly talk to Celia. No, it's like we are all in this together. So if you would like some physical CDs, find me, Celia, at celiaonline.com. Message me on Facebook. I'm very, very reachable, and I can set you up because I have a 1 million seller, which means I have 1 million copies of CDs in my cellar. And right now, they're not going anywhere because I'm not going anywhere. That's where most people buy physical CDs, so I'm happy to ship them to you. Just wanted to let you know that. Well, it's time now to release the directions, and I'm grateful to all of you who have shared this time with me and with each other. I promise I will read all of the chats later. They scroll by so fast, I don't always get a chance to read them. I want to thank a few folks and a few groups out there. We've had some wonderful hosts for this concert in different groups on Facebook. We've got the Witch's Garden group, we've got the Goddess Without Borders group, we've got the Celtic Culture group. Thank you, Dave, you've been wonderful to work with. And we also have AZ Irish Music right here in Arizona. So this is my tribe here in the Phoenix area. We have Celtic Druidry Group, and we also have the Black Mountain Druid Order. So lots of wonderful people sharing in this experience and supporting artists such as myself by hosting in Facebook groups. If this is something that you would like to do and you have a Facebook group, please reach out to me. I've got a whole series of concerts throughout the rest of the year, and I like to mix it up a bit and ask different people to participate, and it's been really wonderful working with this particular group. So thank you. The replay will be available on my YouTube page and anywhere where you're watching this, though it is a little harder to find them on things like Facebook. But YouTube, it will all be there. CeliaOnline.com, CeliaOnline.com. Look for that and you'll find my page, okay? So, thank you to the Celtic spirits. Thank you to the Celtic warriors of the north and to the inspiration of the east and for the musical inspiration of the south and the wisdom of the west and above and below and all around and within our hearts. We are grateful. We thank you for being here with us, and we release you if you would like to leave, but you can stay if you so desire. We are so grateful for all of your support and love and kindness and being with us through challenging times and through good times. We are grateful to all of the spirits, Celtic spirits, Also, earth, air, fire, water, wood, metal, the ancestors, all teachers, angels, guides, all of the helpful ones. We know that you are with us at all times, and we love when you join us. And stay if you will, go if you must. We are grateful. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to tune it again. I'm under hot lights, and that means the guitar's under hot lights, and that means she gets affected by this because she's wood, and the drum gets affected because she's skin. And we are all one with all that is all around. I had to cut out a few songs because it's getting late. So I didn't do Everyday Goddess, though I was going to, because it has the maiden, the mother, and the crone in it for the Morrigan. But you can go look that up. Actually, you can get that as a free download if you go to celiasings.com. I think it's working. I'm not sure, but I heard that it might not be, so check that out. That's how you also get on my email list. Facebook user is saying, I love Phoenix, Arizona. I used to live there, and I miss it very much. Chalera. Is that your name? Because it's saying Facebook user. I'm sorry about that. Yes, Black Mountain Druid Order, Chalera. Yay! I see that you're out there. Wonderful. And Niall is saying, thank you, better than shank you, hank you. That was actually what you meant to say. Okay, got it. So, I wrote this song when I was leaving Newfoundland. I think the first time I left Newfoundland. That's also where I wrote my Selkie Soul. It's a beautiful place with ugly sticks and selkies and beautiful community and connection, which I'm all about. I love it when you all meet each other. I love doing the live shows in person, but that's just not in the cards right now. So this is what we're doing for this year. But I consider all of you my tribe. If you're connecting with my music and my messages, then I consider you my family, whether you like it or not. So you are my tribe. And if others are connecting with the music and the message, and so are you, then they're your tribe too. And there's nothing that tickles me more than when my fans and friends meet each other for the first time and then magical things happen, because I happen to know a lot of you personally, and I know I will get to know a lot of you personally, and amazing, wonderful, magical creatures that you all are. I am blessed, blessed, blessed. And we've blessed our abundance and our well-being and our homes with the Irish blessings. And now it's time to say goodbye for now. We'll be back here again on April 1st for a funny show. I will be your sorceress of shenanigans. You are my tribe. The song is called Merry Meets and Merry Part, and I will leave you with this. Well, we met as strangers, but we'll part as friends. You captured my heart, now you are my kin. Oh, but I must go, though I wish that I could stay. It's a long and lonesome road, and I must be on my way. Merry meet and merry part, and may we merry meet again. We'll have no long goodbyes, just an honoring of clan. And I will miss you when I hold you in my heart. Merry meet and merry part. Merry meet and merry part. I also want to thank some of my friends out there who've been with the links. Anna, I love you so much. Sister Laura, thank you, thank you. I know Charles, you've been out there helping along on the way. Katrina, I'm just so glad. And Jim, I'm really appreciative of you from the AZ Irish group. And Dave, you've been amazing. Oh my gosh, from the Celtic Culture group. Yeshi, you've been super supportive. I really appreciate it. And Desiree, thanks for letting me come into the Celtic Druidry group and share some bardic energy with your tribe. May the wind be at your back, may the road rise to meet you. No matter the weather, may good fortune always greet you. May the rain fall soft upon your fields and the sun give you grace, and I'll think of you fondly with a smile upon my face. Merry meet and merry part, may we merry meet again. We'll have no long goodbyes, just an honoring of clan. And I will miss you and I hold you in my heart. Merry meet and merry part, merry meet and merry part. And every soul we meet changes us forever, and with each heartbeat I'm so glad you also see the preciousness of each moment we're together. Thank you for being here with me. Merry meet and merry part, may we merry meet again. We'll have no long goodbyes, just an honoring of clan. And I will miss you and I hold you in my heart. Merry meet and merry part, merry meet. Well, we met as strangers, but we'll part as clan. Thank you all so much for being here, for your donations. I also want to thank David, who's been out there on YouTube, and Julia, who's been a wonderful support. Thank you so much to my friends. Thank you to all of you who tuned in. Some of you who took a risk and had no idea who this Celia Farran person was. Hopefully you'll be back and we'll spend more time together in the future. I also want to thank my mama, Celia Farran, for writing that wonderful Ancient Ones piece that we did with our stone journey. And of course, a nod to Yeats, who wrote The Stolen Child, and I'm excited to work that up into a recording and make that available on Patreon very soon. Thank you all so very, very, very much. So I am going to say goodbye here, but I'm going to leave it open for just a little bit so that folks who are in chat rooms that will go away if the chat feed goes away can still chat with each other for just a few moments more. And I'll play the Manannan song for you as long as my battery on my iPod is still there. And I'll read some of your comments, and I promise I will read all of your comments eventually in the next probably 24 hours. So if there was something specific you wanted to chat to me, please do that and know that I will see it. Thank you, thank you. You're so very welcome, thank you. I'll be back on April 1st. That is coming from a Facebook user. I'm not sure who that is. I'm sorry it's not showing me your name. Julia is saying gorgeous. Selena's saying thank you. Thanks for coming and joining us. I did it again, too loud. Thank you, thank you. Gupta's Tabla saying thank you all for being here. So glad you came. Okay, let's see, let me get this back to the beginning. And I'll give you the slideshow and the image. Oops, it's not starting soon anymore. We're done. So this slideshow will give you all the dates, and you can mark your calendar for those, and we'll see you soon. All right, everyone. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Technology! I love you all. Mwah. Happy Celtic Heritage Day, and we'll do the same thing next year. Mark your calendar. Bye.
What you want to believe, whether that would be one god, a pantheon, or winged fairies. Faith is your own sacred song. Live and let live, do as thou will, and have done. Oh Manannan, god of the sea, stolen, replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan me clear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, I say seek what you desire, whether that be book or candle, vision, earth, air, water, or fire. Be kind, compassionate friend. Do unto the other as the other would have you do unto them. Oh Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan McLear. So sad to see you gone, and sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh Spirit of Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a turn to your ship, magical wave, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you, even sadder still to see on air and shore. Oh, Spirit of Manannan, God of the sea, vanish from your captives, return to your ship, magical waves river, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you, even sadder still to see this on air and shore. Oh, Spirit of Manannan, God of the sea, vanish from your captives, return to your ship, magical waves river, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you, even sadder still to see this on air and shore. Oh, Spirit of Manannan, God from your captives, return to your ship, magical waves river, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you, even sadder still to see this hate and share. Oh, Spirit of Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross. Turn to your ship, magical waves river, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you, even sadder still to see this hate and shore. Oh, Spirit of McLear, conjure cloak of mist, vanish from your captives, return to your ship, magical wave sweeper, sail without an oar. Return to those who yearn for you on Aaron's shore. Oh Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan McLear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. Oh, I say believe what you want to believe, whether that would be one God, a pantheon, or winged fairies. Faith is your own sacred song. Live and let live, do as thou will, and harm none. Oh Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross of a thou shalt have no false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan McLear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear. I say seek as you desire, whether that book or candle, vision, earth, air, water, or fire. Be kind, compassionate friend. Do unto the other as the other would have you do to them. Oh Manannan, God of the sea, stolen and replaced by the cross. Thou shalt have false gods before me. Oh Manannan, Manannan McLear. So sad to see you gone, but even sadder still to see this hate and fear.